Hey guys, what's up? I'm Morgan, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining us. Today, I'm going to be talking about why you should do the Disney College program and my experience that I got from doing my DCP. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Disney College program applications dropped a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't on top of the game and I didn't get a video out when applications dropped. So I have come up with 5 points, and they're quick, they're easy, they're simple. Now, I am not saying that you have to go. I'm not saying that this is the same experience for everybody, because trust me, it's not. But I'm going to be telling you what my college program was like and kind of taking you through my experience, so maybe you'll end up going as well. Alright, to start us out, we're going to start with point number 1. One of the greatest reasons why I love the Disney College program is because of the people I was able to meet and then befriend and are now some of my favorite people on this planet. To start out with, my roommates, granted, not all of them I got along with to the end of our program, but my roommates, I ended up making 3 of the closest friends that I could have made while I was on there, and I'm not joking when I say these people are my literal favorite people on this planet. I would do anything for them. That, for starters, is one of the coolest things. Now, not everybody has the greatest roommates who you become the closest friends with, I get that, but my experience, and I think I can speak for them too, we all got super close. We're even having reunions, we're talking about taking a Disney trip together, like, that is the kind of thing that we got from being roommates. Another group of people that you're going to become very close to is your coworkers. Now, they are going to save you from a lot of things. It's very often that you're going to have very long shifts. When you have those times that you have 13.5-hour shifts, or any time that you just feel like you're dying, your coworkers are going to be what saves you. I have gotten to make some really good friends through the people I worked with, to the point where the ones who are still there, I'm going to go see in a couple weeks, and I'm really excited to see them. And then the people who have already gone home, they finished their program, I'm still talking to those people. I'm still friends with them, I'm keeping in touch with them and staying connected with them. And some of them I talk to on a regular basis. And I'm telling you, you're gonna end up spending more time with your coworkers than you do with your roommates. I ended up making friends by going to different shops, by pin trading, you know, all that kind of things. And that's how I started to make friends. Now, if you're a very outgoing, very social person, love to talk to people, I'm telling you, you need to go work for Disney. Number 2 is that it is a job, and you have to remember that. It's not a paid vacation. Yes, you are working at a vacation spot where millions of people go to every year and they have the time of their life, but somebody has to be behind that curtain and make that magic for those guests who get to go. And you have to remember that, yes, you are working in the most magical place on earth, where as a guest you feel like it's an unworldly experience. You kind of get the sense that you're not in a real place, but it's the cast members who make that happen. And if you're working there as a cast member, you're the one making all of that magic. And that alone is one of the coolest aspects of the job. No matter what your role is, whether you're a custodian, PhotoPass photographer, merchandise, quick service food and beverage, attractions, all of them, there is something really cool that you get to do as you interact with your guests. And you get to create that magic, and you get to create happiness. But you do have to realize that on top of all that, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. You're going to have those days that suck, and you're going to have those days that you have all of the rude guests come up to you, and sometimes That's just a part of the job. But at the end of the day, what's important is that you work for Disney. But you ended up getting to make and create memories that will last forever for these guests who come to the park, whether it's their first time or their 150th time. Point number 3 is the perks that you get for working for the company. Now, when you work for the company, you get free admission to all of the Disney parks. And that even includes if you want to go over to Disneyland, Hong Kong, Paris, Shanghai, all of that good stuff. You get free entry because you are a cast member. You also get free parking. All you have to do is show your blue ID. But on top of free entry to the parks, you do get 20% off all merchandise except for a couple months into Christmas. I know we got it January up until like the first week of February. You get 40% off of merchandise, and that in itself is a good perk. Free entry into the parks alone in itself is probably the biggest perk. If you're working any of the parties like Mickey's Not So Scary, you know, the Christmas party, Club Villain, any of those things, you as a cast member also are allowed to get discounted tickets for those events that you get to go to and enjoy. And so it makes it a little bit more affordable because, let's be honest, when you're working for Disney, you don't get paid a whole lot, especially when you live in the housing complexes. So, I mean, every time you get a discount, use it. And always ask if they take the discount, because not only is it in Disney property, but some of the local restaurants and some of the fast food places around Orlando also allow for discounts if you're a Disney cast member. Alright, so point number 4 isn't really a tip, it's more of a concern. Most people that I've talked to when they've asked me about my program, or even some of the skeptical thoughts that I've heard from other people of why they don't want to do the Disney College program, and that is, I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose the magic because you get to work behind the scenes. Now, I cannot speak for everybody. I can only speak from my experience and my personal preference. To me, I love behind the scenes things. So if you're like me, you are going to eat up being a cast member getting to work behind the scenes. I'm the kind of person who, they make a movie or they make a short film or they make a music video and I'm watching the 2-hour YouTube video of all of the behind the scenes that they got to make that happen. And when I worked for Disney, that was probably the coolest thing to me, was getting to go backstage and kind of see how things work. I love the Disney company and I have for a very young age. And so if you're like me, you are going to end up loving the company more because you get to see the handiwork that goes behind everything. It does not matter whether you're a custodian, whether you're a character, whether you are, doing merchandise like myself. Working for the Disney company and slapping that on your resume speaks volumes about you as a person, working for a very credible and well-known, well-respected company. And so when other businesses see that, no matter where you're applying, they kind of like, ooh, they have just a little bit more respect for you. They look at that and they're like, oh, she worked for Disney. Or, oh, he worked for Walt Disney World. They see that and they're intrigued by it. But not only does it build your resume, it also allows for bigger and better growth within the company. A good tip to know, if you ever want to do a professional internship or even do some of the higher up things in the company, it is a really good thing to go do the Disney College program first to kind of get your foot into the door of the company and kind of figure out how things work. And the people who are hiring for those positions will see, oh, they've already done the Disney College program. They kind of know how things run. They've kind of had that experience between guest and cast member, so they kind of know more of what the guests want. And they look at that and they're like, I think I will hire them over somebody who hasn't. So, with that said, I am not telling you that if you get into the Disney College program, you're there and you do your program, you do really well, then you're gonna get a job for Disney. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have a higher chance, a higher likelihood of getting a job in Disney later on, or getting a higher up position in another company altogether. So I told you that I had 5 points, but I actually have 6 points, so I'm sorry. So kind of take this as like a bonus. Yeah, it's a bonus. The bonus tip that I have for you is if you get into the Disney College program, if you go, and for most of you it's when you go, I'm telling you, start networking. If you want to get a good, strong, solid foundation in this company to work higher and move yourself up, network and job shadow like crazy. That's the one thing that everybody said when I asked if they had tips. Go network. Go find the people that will teach you something about your career, that will help you build your resume, will help you build your portfolio, and then in the end, advance you. You're gonna move farther than anybody if you just put that extra little effort into it. When I was there, I got to meet 2 executives. One of them I talked to and reached out on my own terms, and then second one, I ended up getting a meet and greet through one of my leaders. I talked with my leader, told her what my major was, told her I wanted to advance my career in the company, and she ended up getting me a meet and greet with one of the head communications directors of Hollywood Studios. That's the kind of thing that you get to do while you're there. You get to talk with these people, but it's all up to you of whether or not you put that effort in. And I'm telling you, Disney is the coolest place to network in, because even if they don't work inside the parks and the resorts, there's guests who come in and you get to have a conversation with them. For instance, I got to meet one of the producers for ABC, all because I was having a conversation with her. She showed me her blue ID to get a discount. It said ABC. I was like, oh, cool, what do you do? She said, oh, I work for Good Morning America. Apparently she saw something in me, ended up coming back and gave me her business card, and she said, email me, we'll get in touch and stay connected. When somebody says that, do everything in your power to stay connected. Well, that's all the tips that I have for you today. If you have any questions, any comments, anything like that, please by all means put it in the comments down below. I will get back to you. I promise I'll answer any questions that you have. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you have anybody who's interested in the Disney College program, wants to know more, or is about to go do it, please send this video to them. It helps me, it helps them. It's a win-win situation. Remember, adventure is out there. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.